So hey everyone, my name is Aditya Jain and I welcome you all to another very interesting video. In this, we are going to complete the entire series that we have brought for you, where we are trying to help you to achieve what you can achieve in 4 years in just 1 year of your BTech journey. For this, we have already brought to you two various videos dedicated on separate topics. The first one was based on how to crack the product-based company interviews. You can check it out on our channel. And second one was on how to crack the service-based segment. And there I also talked about why GATE exam is important. Okay, so please check that out in the comments, and you can find those videos on our channel itself. Okay, so in this, okay, we are already done with why GATE is important, and we have already covered the preparation strategy. This was a very interesting strategy. Please check it out in our second video of this how to crack the BTech game in 2 years. Now, talking about the GATE exam pattern, right? Because now in the previous video, I have told you that why GATE exam is important. I have also told you that what is the strategy, what is the right and the most useful strategy to prepare for the GATE exam. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is the exam pattern, specifically for CS and DA, what is the syllabus, and then I'm going to share some more tricks and tips with you so that you can crack the GATE exam with the best possible ranks and marks possible. Okay, so before even we start preparing for GATE exam, we should at least be clear about what is the pattern, right? So general aptitude comes for 15 marks and the exam is of 100 marks. So I can say that general aptitude comes for 15%, right? Subject questions comes of 85 marks, which makes it a 100-mark paper. Now, what do I mean by that? So this 15 marks aptitude remains constant for all the branches, whether you are giving GATE in mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, CS, DA, instrumentation, chemical, any branch you give a GATE exam in, 15 marks will be dedicated to a aptitude section. And that's why aptitude is very important for GATE exam. In the full form of GATE exam itself, it is aptitude. A stands for aptitude. Okay. So although here aptitude is written for 15 marks, I always say to the students that aptitude is not just 15 marks, it is 50 marks, because every question is having some mixture, okay, some element of aptitude within it. So please make sure that you have a good hold over aptitude. Subject questions are of 85 marks. So depending on whichever GATE exam you're appearing. In civil, all the civil subjects will be 85 marks. In computer science, all the computer science subjects will be 85 marks, like that. Total number of questions usually from the trend that we have seen is 65 questions. Okay. So till date, the GATE has been conducted in this format, where 65 questions, 100 marks. Time given to you is 3 hours. Okay, that is 180 minutes. 3 into 60, 180, right? Type of questions are MCQ, MSQ, and NAT. MCQ means you are given with 4 options and exactly one option is correct. Exactly one. MSQ means multiple options can be correct. That doesn't mean that multiple options have to be correct. There can be only one correct answer. There can be 2 answers. There can be 3. There can be 4. So one or more options can be correct in MSQ. And third is NAT. NAT stands for numerical answer type, where you have to actually type the answer from the keyboard. Okay, exact answer. So there you are mentioned that you have to write the answer up till 2 decimal points. So you have to enter the right answer. Okay, perfect. There is negative marks involved with questions as well. Okay, so there are few questions which don't have negative mark, and there are questions which have negative mark. Okay, so negative marking is minus 0.33 for 1 mark questions, and usually for MCQ. Okay, that means it is 33%. Okay, sorry, it is 30%, you can say. Okay, so 33%, yeah, means one third is the negative marking. Okay, so for 1 mark question, 0.33 is the negative marking, which is 1/3, which is 0.33%. For 2 marks questions, it is 0.66, which is again one third. So one third negative marking is there for the MCQ questions. Usually, there is no negative marking for MSQ and NAT questions because they are already very complicated, right? So that's why there is no negative marking for that. Now, although this is the pattern, I would still suggest you that whenever you are appearing for the GATE exam, always read the instructions very carefully, because I am having this feeling that one day GATE might change this drastically, okay, and they will say that you have not read the instructions before the exam. So please do read the instructions before the exam, okay. Although this is 95% it's going to be this, but why to take a chance? They give you 15 minutes before the exam to read the instructions, so please read that. Talking about the CS subject wise marks distribution, it is very important. Although I'm not a big fan of marks distribution, because I always aimed to crack the GATE exam with a double digit rank, single digit rank, and I secured All India rank 60 in GATE Computer Science 2019, where around 1 lakh students have appeared. My strategy was pretty simple, that if I want to get into IIT Bombay, or if I want to get a under 100 rank, every topic, every subject, everything is equally important. I don't want to take any chance. I don't want to gamble with my marks, okay. But if you are just looking for a priority, okay, so then this weightage analysis will help you out. But again, I would not suggest you to skip any topic personally, okay. You can decide the sequence as per it, that's fine, okay, but please don't skip anything, okay. So if I consider the 2025 and 2024 weightage for CSE set 1 subject, okay, this is what we get. Again, this has nothing to do with what can happen in GATE 2026. It's basic rule of data analytics that you rely on past data to take the decisions, okay. So for general aptitude, 15 marks weightage in 2024 and 15 marks weightage in 2025. If you'll see, it will always remain constant every year. Engineering mathematics, 7 marks and 8 marks, okay, almost similar. Computer organization, 9 marks, 8 marks, again almost similar. Operating systems, 8 marks, 8 marks, very similar, okay. DBMS, 7 marks, 7 marks, again very similar. Compiler design, 10 marks, 6 marks, now very different, almost 40% different, okay. So here is what I want to tell you. This compiler design, okay, this compiler design is considered to be a very small subject. Some people think that it is of like you can just cover it within 10-15 days like that, but it is giving you one of the highest weightages as per this data. One point is this, that you can't ignore any subject. Imagine that you are ignoring a subject and it is coming as the highest weighted subject in the entire paper. You will feel so bad about it, right? First point. Second point, you can see that marks vary a lot. Sometimes it's 10 marks, sometimes it's just 6 marks, okay. So please don't take any chance. Please don't take any chance that, okay, last year it was just 6 marks, so this year also 6 marks. No, you never know. It can come for 10 marks, 12 marks. Obviously, it will not be 15 or 20 marks, okay. That's not the case. But again, every marks matter. So please don't skip any subject. Again, I'm repeating, okay. Then you have computer networks, 9 marks, 8 marks. You have design and analysis of algorithm. This is 3 marks and 2 marks. Actually, I think that there is some mistake in this, okay. But yeah, I will check it with the team. Some printing mistake is there because I know that there were a lot more weightage of these subjects. Digital logic, 8 marks, 6 marks. Discrete mathematics and graph theory, 6 marks, 8 marks. Programming and data structures, 12 marks, 13 marks, okay. So what I think is, actually DA, data structures and algorithms, are usually considered very close to each other. Some marks of year have been considered here, okay. So data structures and algorithm together is very important, of around 15 marks, okay. So that's how you can think about it. Together they make around 15-20 marks, okay. Then you have theory of computation, which is 6 and 12. Okay, 6 and 11. Again, you can see a good change of a good band of marks, right? Okay, so now that we have understood the year wise and subject wise marks distribution, let's talk about the percentage weightage, and then we will dive deep into what is the subject order that we should study and what are the various syllabus of CS and DA. Okay, so let's first talk about the percentage marks distribution. Okay, so this is specifically of GATE 2025, the recent GATE exam. Okay, so general aptitude was maintained for 15%, and again these are marks out of 100. So when I say 15%, that means 15 marks. It is out of 100, right? So 15% general aptitude, obvious. Probability and statistics came for 14%. Okay, 14%. Now this is for DA. Okay, this was for CS, computer science. Okay, computer organization, operating system, DBMS, compiler design, theory of computation, programming, data structures, digital logic. This is all part of CS. Now we are talking about the DA, data science and artificial intelligence GATE paper. Okay, so general aptitude 15 marks. Probability and statistics, which is a very core component of maths, came for 14 marks. Linear algebra, again maths, came for 8 marks. Calculus and optimization, again a very integral part of maths, came for 12%. So 12 plus 8, 20, 20 plus 14, 34. Here itself you can see 34% of maths, right? Programming, data structures and algorithms combined came for around 12 marks. Okay. Database management and warehousing came for 10 marks or 10%. Machine learning, which is a very core subject for DA students, it came for 11%, and artificial intelligence came for 6%. Artificial intelligence came for 6, which is lesser as compared to the last year. So again, please have your own due diligence. Please don't rely too much on one subject. Marks can differ a lot. It was almost double the past year. In 2024, AI came for way much more marks. Okay, so the point is that here you can see that aptitude and maths, aptitude is 15%, maths is 34%. So 34 plus 15, 49%, or almost 50% of the paper, almost 50% of the paper is aptitude and maths. Can you imagine that? So if you are preparing for GATE DA, maths and aptitude is a must. You can't compromise on that. 50% maths and aptitude, 50% remaining subjects. Okay, so you know what to prepare. Okay, perfect. Now, what should be the subject order? Okay, lots of students ask, sir, what should be the subject order? Okay, subject order is something which is very personal to you, whatever you are comfortable with, but there is some logical ordering. For example, in CS, if you don't cover TOC, which is theory of computation, you will not understand compiler design. Okay, exactly the same way, if you don't cover data structures, you will not understand algorithms. So that's the basic ordering, very logical ordering. So talking about it, always try to prepare at least 2 subjects in parallel manner. This is our personal suggestion to you, because it will maintain a good balance. If you only study one subject, you really you very easily get bored about it. Okay, so maintain a combination of 2 subjects. Okay, so probability and statistics plus Python programming, these are very 2 distinct subjects, so you will get a very good idea about 2 different variety, maths and programming. Okay, then you can jump on to linear algebra plus calculus and optimization. So if you do this, you will cover the entire maths segment, which is very important. Okay, so linear algebra and calculus and optimization, please make sure that you're doing calculus and optimization, or you are doing the entire maths before moving on to machine learning. That's my personal suggestion to you, because you know that lots of maths will be used in machine learning, obviously, right? Please cover these subjects before you talk about machine learning, and that's a very important logical ordering to keep in mind. Okay, so once you're done with once you're done with the entire maths, go to machine learning plus data structures and algorithms. Why? You're done with programming, so now you can go to data structures and algorithms, and you're done with entire maths, so now you can go to machine learning. That's why it's a good combination. After this, go to AI and general aptitude. Now, although I have written general aptitude here, general aptitude you do in parallel. Okay, so right from the first day, prepare general aptitude in parallel. That's how I studied. Every day I used to give 30 minutes, 1 hour to general aptitude. It used to keep my mind very sharp, and at the same time I used to cover GATE syllabus. Okay, so please don't leave general aptitude for end. Here what we meant is practice general aptitude at the end once again, but keep studying it every day for at least 30 minutes or 1 hour at least. Okay, AI is artificial intelligence, and then you can talk about database management and warehousing plus general aptitude. Again, so general aptitude you should cover wherever possible. Okay, so this is the plan that we would like to share with you. This is a very logical ordering, and please make sure cover maths before you move on to ML and AI. That's the only logical ordering you have to keep in mind. Moving ahead, talking about CSE. Again, this is a good way to proceed with CS subjects. Okay, so digital logic plus engineering mathematics. Again, engineering mathematics is the maths segment of the CS. Okay, digital logic is a very simple subjects. Even I am taking one of the batches this time for digital logic, and I'm really thinking that students are students are doing very good at it. So you can also start with that subject. Okay, then you have data structures with programming and discrete mathematics. Okay, so again you are covering the entire maths part within these two. Okay, data structures with C programming, very important, because this will help you understand the algorithm side. So this is prerequisite for algorithms. Okay, then you have computer organization and architecture, and then you can pick up theory of computation. Again we are telling you that why this ordering is important. Before, digital logic knowledge will help you in computer architecture and organization, and theory of computation will help you in compiler design, and data structures with C programming will help you in algorithms. So are you understanding why ordering is important? If you study algorithms without data structures, unnecessary, you will have lots of confusion. If you study compiler design without TOC, unnecessary waste of time. So please follow whatever the experts are telling you. Okay, so this is very well thought ordering, and we cover our classes in the same ordering because we know that it is the best. Okay, so then you have compiler design and algorithm, then you have operating system and database management system. Okay, and then computer networks and general aptitude. Again the same thing, general aptitude you should do in parallel. Okay, that is a simple rule you have to follow irrespective of the branch you are in. General aptitude knowledge at the beginning will really help you. Okay, the goal is to make your own handwritten notes for every subject, as it is very much helpful at the time of revision. If you try to revise from someone else's notes, you will not understand why they have written what they have written. So it's always recommended to have your own short notes. Okay, try to complete all the subjects by the second week of September, or in the worst case by the first week of October. Okay, I told you in the previous video as well that September or October is a very good deadline for you to complete the entire syllabus. Okay, moving ahead, what is the revision strategy? So once you have covered the entire syllabus, revision is the most important part. Okay, revision is as equally important as syllabus completion. Okay, so before going to attend today's class, please revise previous class notes of that particular subject. So this we have written for our students, but you can follow this for your whatever course you have joined. Before going to the next class, revise the previous class for 10-15 minutes. Okay, after completion of each and every subject, please revise it weekly or monthly basis. Basically the idea is that be in touch with that subject. It's like a friend. If you're not in touch with your friends for long duration, you will lose the friendship, right? Same way, if you are not in contact with a subject for a long time, you will miss that subject. Then again it will take lots of efforts to study it. So please be in touch with that subject. Keep revising that subject. Okay. After, at the time of revision, make short notes. Only write important points, which will help you a lot when exam is just 1 month or less than that. This personally helped me a lot. Okay, because at the end, you will complete the entire subject in just 1 or 2 days. Every subject in 1 or 2 days, right? That's the only time you have. So unless and until you don't have a short notes, you will not understand what to study, what to skip, okay, in limited time. So that's why you need to be prepared beforehand. You need to be ready beforehand for all that, okay? Try to complete 4 to 5 revisions for each subject by the last week of December. If necessary, it can be extended to the first week of January. So my dear friends, here I have written 4 to 5 revisions. That might seem a lot, okay? So you can do 4 to 5 revisions for few subjects which you think will take that much revision. But if you are already comfortable with the subject, we all have certain pattern. Some of us are very good at maths. Some of us are very good at programming and data structures, right? So depending on whatever subject we are good at, we can reduce down the revision there. I was very good at programming and data structures, maths, aptitude, programming, right? So I spent less time there, and I used that time to prepare for subjects which I was not good at, which was computer networks, computer architecture and organization, right? I used to struggle a lot with those subjects. So I have done 4 to 5 revisions for those subjects, okay? So you need to have that sense, right? You need to have that presence of mind. You need to understand the pattern, where your time should go, where your time should not go, like that, okay? But the idea is that you should cover each and everything. Spend less time on what you know, spend more time on what you're not comfortable with, so that you can get comfortable with it. Students follow the reverse strategy. They spend more time on what they already know because it gives them a feeling that they are learning something, and then they completely ignore what they don't know, which is a very bad strategy for an entrance exam. Second important point, here I have specifically written only write important points. I have seen students making short notes but writing entire notes in the short notes, and that's of no use. If you write all the points of the notes in the short notes, what's the point of short notes, right? So keep in mind that you are creating short notes to study the subject in a 1 day or 2 day, and keeping that in mind, only create the short notes, because you have a very limited time before the exam to revise the concepts. Okay, moving ahead to the last segment. This is the last segment, okay, where I'm going to revise the entire plan for practice and test series. Okay, first complete the revision of your class notes and then solve all the relevant previous year questions from at least the past 15 years. Okay, so revision should be done, subject completion is done, and previous year questions are done. Now give chapter or topic wise test and evaluate and analyze yourself, and try to learn time management and mistakes you done in the test. Like that way, complete each and every subject. Very important. So as and when you are done with subject, keep giving topic wise and subject wise test series for that, because that will give you a feedback about what you know, what you don't know, what you need to learn, what you need to ignore, like that. And then you can take good decisions. Okay, as I said, your energy, your time should go where you are not good at, and you should save your time from what you are already good at. That's the basic mindset. Okay, after that, give subject wise test series and combine subject wise test series and evaluate yourself similarly. So there is a combined subject test series as well. So like operating system with DBMS, data structures, algorithms, and operating system, like that. So once you are done with 3-4 subjects, start giving the blended test series so that you are able to recall multiple subjects at the same time. And remember, in exam, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to remember everything. It will not come with a tag that this is a data structures question, this is an operating system question. You will have to understand that on the go, right? From the last week of December, start full length mock test. Try to finish it up till 15 days before your actual exam date. So usually GATE exam happens in the first week of February. Okay, so from December till Jan end, you have around 2 months. So try to give, from the last week of December. So you have around 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. Give good amount of test series there. I would suggest give it from the first week of December as well, depending on what's your timeline is. Okay, but please at least appear for 15 to 20 test series, full length test series. Okay, last 15 to 20 days only revise the important concept from your short notes. Very important. Last 15 days, don't touch anything new. Don't study anything which you have not studied in the first year, in the entire year. Don't touch anything new. Only study what you have already learned. That's the best strategy you should have. Okay, and like that way you can utilize your 1 year of BTech as if you are a 4-year BTech. Okay, so whatever mistakes you have done, ignore that. But now is the right time to utilize the remaining time and crack the best possible exam or the best possible placement. The choice is yours, either to keep repeating the same mistake or to follow this plan that we have brought for you. Okay, so with that, my dear friends, I would like to thank you all for attending this series. Remember, it's a 3-video series. In the first video, we have talked about the background and the product-based companies preparation. In the second video, we have talked about the service-based companies and the importance of GATE exam. And in this video, which is the third video, we have talked about how to actually prepare for GATE CS and DA in detail. So with that, my name is Aditya Jain and I wish you all the very best. I hope that this video series will help you. Please let us know in the comments down below what part you have implemented and how it has helped you. All the best. Take care. Goodbye.